Chem lab. Wait. Did it say Byakuya? Yeah, Byakuya is here. Whoa. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. He's so... Oh, footprints. You serious? You can't look at that? This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. A2. A2, was it? I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled. That's right, it only could have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Powder. Protein powder? That one has a poison sign on it though, so... Start with A? Let's see, what's on the shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem 9. Chem C9. Could someone have put it in here on accident? C. C seems to be where the poison is, preliminarily speaking. So on this shelf is... It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. Reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring out a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kinda harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. Nothing out of the ordinary. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. The poisonous stuff. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this section C. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. Either the labels were switched or the can was switched. Like they dumped everything out of the protein can and put some poison in it. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go, Chop Chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me? So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Too big? That's a surprise. Because usually foot size has a correlation with, not what you're thinking, but height, right? And Makoto is like the shortest person here, so... The person has even smaller feet than me? Toko? Unfortunately, I must admit that these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Hey, what I'm wondering about is, how come the person hasn't tracked the powder all over the place? Like, when they left, it should have been all over the ground too. And if I were them, I would step all over this area. I would, like, step all over the place just to make it all confusing. But seems like, whoever did this might not have thought to do that. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C. C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of these prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. Well, they went to the left side after the bottle was dropped. I don't know if I should trust that 100%. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Yeah, report your findings to Kyoko too. I don't know, man. I feel like there should be more prints around here, but no signs of cleaning up or prints. So that's quite strange. And to note, the person who got something here doesn't necessarily have to be the person who killed Sakura. They always like to make these kind of leaps, but it's not for certain at all. So do we have any more business on the 4th floor, or can we just go down? Actually, do you think we're allowed to go check on Alter Ego? That would be pretty sweet. I kinda wanna talk. Oh, but the rec room's right here. Let me see. Yup. If we can go here, it might mean there's a clue, right? Right? I should probably avoid going in and out too much. Okay. Fine. Is there anything on the 2nd floor that I'd like to look at? Maybe I want to check out nurse's office on the 1st floor. It's not often that they give us freedom, so why not? The room's back to how it was before. This must be Monokuma's doing. Oh, that's a little bit late to be thinking that, right? Because I'm guessing you're referring to Hifumi's body. Yeah, not much around here. Okay. Okay, then let's go to the rec room then.
ね
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
なるほどね
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
とにかく
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Okay. Shards of glass. Red. Yep, we got this already. Bottles. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new. Something new.
ね
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. A correlation? What? I feel dumb. I mean, I can tell that the pieces are different. They're all different pieces, chess pieces. But do you mean like the positioning? How far apart they are? Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
それは
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. That's true, not just because it'll be too easy for us, but because if you have two different people conducting their own investigation coming to the same conclusion, that's a lot stronger than you telling me what you think. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? She's toying with me! I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Yeah, she's trusting me to go investigate for her too, so... Only to a degree? Well, she probably won't take a bullet for you, like...
ね
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
とにかく
Can you gather up all the pieces of broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are there missing pieces? Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that?
別にいいじゃない
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so... It's kind of interesting because I thought that Byakuya and Kyoko, would be the type to have silent respect for each other, but they don't like each other all that much at all. Is this what you call, you can't have two people of the same kind of talents in the same place? Not that Byakuya even compares, because, you know, Kyoko is basically a goddess.
じゃあ
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... Because earlier Makoto mentioned the top and the bottom, right? Is the middle missing? What choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished... Sorry to keep you waiting.
じゃあ
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of an experiment are we doing?
つまり
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're gonna use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of... what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
ね
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. Yeah, fair enough. It's balanced. It really shouldn't be unless if the chess pieces are balanced too.
つまり
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
じゃあ
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect? Well, a normal assumption would be... Either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
じゃあ
Okay, then let's give it a try. What? Oh, very interesting. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
やっぱり
Just as I thought. What?
つまり
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together.
ね
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Well, it's certainly interesting, but not quite sure just yet. That is very interesting though. Can I look at this again? Something new. Something new.
ね
Pay careful attention. Hey, wait. Were there really 5 bottles here, or were there 6? Okay, because to be honest, I don't know shit about chess, so I don't even remember what pieces. I don't even know what these pieces are. The pawn and I don't know what the hell those are. But if the gaps are as true as they are, does that mean there were actually 6 bottles? Because that could account for why the glass is heavier too. If 2 bottles are missing. Comparing the weight of the broken bottle pieces. Yeah, I mean, even if you think about the Chem Lab bottles, I don't think they were the exact same color because these ones are red. The knight. The one here is a knight. If the glass weighs more and there really were 2 bottles here, does that mean that someone took one of the bears?
それはそうよ
Well, have a mull about that. Is there anything else we should be looking at before we start? I mean, we've looked everywhere already.
ね
There's apparently an important secret hidden in there. Well, should we just leave then? Cause wait. You said you found a new clue in the bottles. What else did you find? Her body? According to Kyoko, there is still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
ちょっと
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
ね
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? I don't want to. There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
そうね
That's totally normal. Then, how can you...
それは
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Ooh. What? Sorry, never mind.
ね
More importantly, look here. Powder. Her shoes?
そう
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
なるほどね
That powder is clue number 1. Sakura could have been the one to get the poison herself. Or the protein thing. Yeah, actually, nobody said it's poison. I just assumed it's poison. Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
そうね
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
どうやら
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow. Wow! But instead, received 2 blows to the head. Ah! Now the 2 bottles make sense. 2 blows?
ええ
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
そう
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
そうね。
So, that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Interesting. So the 2 blows on the head pretty much confirmed that there were 2 bottles here to begin with, right? Unless if the bottles were so sturdy that hitting someone with one won't break it. What was the other thing you said had a clue? Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue? Clue? Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
ね
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Indeed. Oftentimes, our subconscious picks up on a lot of things. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages, near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Togo. Could this be... a dying message?
そう
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
それは
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. But Sakura's fingers are clean. A dying message.
だけど
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking.
ね
Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled! She's the killer for sure! That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer! I can see why you would think that, but... It just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Toko being framed. And it's a very strange place to hide the message, too.
おっとね、出たね、出た。お前らの操作が退屈すぎて、寝ちゃってたよ。
Oops, you got me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
やっちゃうよ。いいっすか？やっちゃってもいいっすか？
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I?
じゃあ、学級裁判を始めます。お前らはいつもの場所に至急集合してください。
Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
学校エリア1階。
Yeah.
It's already time? But the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good thing. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. It's one of those ones that where it seems like we don't have enough clues. There's bits and pieces here and there, but I feel like it's very, very difficult to piece together anything. But in any case, oh, there's actually a lot of clues this time. Let's go through them slowly, one by one. Sakura, 12, noon. Body discovered in rec room. Evidence of 2 strong blows to the victim's head. At some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. A chair had been jammed against the door within the rec room, blocking access from the outside. It is believed the killer did this to create a locked room scenario. I don't have anything to back it up, but my hunch is Sakura did it. Sakura put the chair there. Cause I really don't think anyone could have escaped from the locked room while we opened it, cause there were only 3 of us, and me and Kyoko, we were in the room the entire time after we found her body. Sakura's body. Found dead, seated in a chair, slumping forward. The pose is very deliberate. I'm still very concerned about that. Traces of blood around her mouth. Poison. No injury or indication as to why she would have vomited blood. A blood stain was found in front of the shelf of the magazines. The blood is presumed to be Sakura's. There's currently no explanation for how a blood stain would have appeared so far away from where the victim was found. One more thing I'm curious about is the blood stain from the head or her mouth? At one point, Aoi had been injured and taken to the nurse's office. After she was taken care of, she gave a piece of candy to Sakura, which had this type of wrapper. According to Aoi, she had monopolized this candy as soon as it had become available, so obtaining a piece would have been difficult to impossible. Pieces of red glass scattered near the table in the rec room. After finding the top and bottom pieces, it was concluded that the shards must have come from a bottle. Monokuma figure. Roughly fit into the palm of your hand. Someone took the other figure to create the illusion that there was only one bottle. But why? Why? There's a number of red bottles on the shelf in the rec room. Inside each bottle is a Monokuma figure. Additionally, there seems to be some kind of unknown correlation between the bottles. What do you mean by correlation though? Like, is it really just the distance and positioning? Because if it is related to chess, then maybe I should go Google this right after. Because I don't know anything about chess. I don't know how to play chess. An empty protein drink was found near the rec room door. Container had Chem A2. Shards of glass from the window that was broken were found underneath and around the container. I'm pretty convinced this bottle had poison in it. Especially knowing what was on Sakura's shoe too, that yellow powder. Fresh handprint found inside the rec room's open locker. Someone who was trapped. Yeah, there was no way someone was hiding in there. I don't know why, but I feel like it might be Hiro. Hiro or Toko, my biggest guess. Actually, we can probably tell from the height of the handprint if we measure properly and everything. That might be doing a little too much though. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro, asking them to meet her in the rec room. Why did Sakura want to see them? That's something to consider too. Byakuya confirmed he received Sakura's note, but also claimed that he never went to see her, and hadn't seen her at all that day. Toko confirmed that she received Sakura's note, but also claimed that she never went to see her. Hiro's pocket. 100% he got this from Sakura, right? Yellow powder. We should probably try to see if Sakura's footprint matches that footprint in the chem lab. I don't know why. Ugh, no time. According to Kyoko, Sakura suffered 2 blows. No blood on either hand, so who wrote the dying message? There must have been 2 bottles worth of glass shards. Upside down magazine. Is the fact that it's upside down important? Probably not in terms of how the message is written, but just to make it more obvious for people to find, right? If Sakura wrote this, then how did her hands get cleaned afterwards? On the shelf of the chem lab, A is supplements, B, reagents, C, harmful chemicals. A bottle of poison, labeled as C, was placed in A. Broken bottle of C4. Powder on the floor is probably what's on Sakura's shoe. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had been spilled after the incident took place. After? That's weird. Someone left footprints in the powder spilled in the chem lab. These footprints appeared only in the leftmost section on the shelf. From this, it can be assumed that the suspect only had business in this area. Very, very strange. Yeah, I don't know, man. These clues, I think I kind of prefer like this. To find out, to figure it out on the fly, it seems a little bit more exciting than writing it all down on paper beforehand. But I still will try to organize my thoughts a little bit more. But you know how it is, we're gonna end off here, and I will see you all soonish.